Okay, and we should be running live now. Hello, YouTube coin community. It's me, Robert, with COINTALK. Howdy, everybody. Oopsie. I got it. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot one side to mute. Wouldn't you know it? But either way, guys, Fortalina is at JFK. She might join us in the chat today, guys. Her flight got messed up again, so it's gonna be fun. Oopsie, somebody's playing with our channel here. Let me go back to that. There we go. Okay.
Sorry, Robert.
That's okay, Dave. We're gonna take and just so you guys know, yeah, we're gonna take and go right straight. First off, we're gonna go straight to Dave. He's gonna take and give us a list of all the shows near you, and I will be here today, provided the four don't need me for something. But if something comes up, everybody, just to let you know, I took and Dave, I put him in charge. He can take care of it. Between him, Brad, B, Nick, those guys can all take care of it. But for now, let's go to Dave and we'll take it. Let's find out what's going on with the coin show near you. Dave, take it away.
Good day, everyone. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you to CoinZip for the following list of coin shows coming up this weekend. April 2nd through the 5th, we have the 3rd annual Crystal Clear Coin Show, North Kansas City, Missouri. April 3rd through the 5th, Spring National Battlefield Coin Show, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. April 4th and 5th, 1st Annual Central Oklahoma Coin Show, Guthrie, Oklahoma. April 4th and 5th, Midlands Coin Club Coin Show, Columbia, South Carolina. April 4th and 5th, the Shenandoah Valley Coin and Stamp Show, Wires Cave, Virginia. April 5th, Coinacopia, Tampa's monthly coin show, Tampa, Florida. April 5th, Tri-Cities Coin Show, Crown Point, Indiana. April 5th, Big Flats Coin Show, Big Flats, New York. April 5th, Red Rose Coin Show, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. April 5th, Knoxville Coin and Currency Show, Knoxville, Tennessee. April 5th and 6th, North Carolina Azalea Festival Coin Show, Wilmington, North Carolina. April 6th, Marin Coin and Collectible Show, Novato, California. April 6th, Hollywood Coin Show, Hollywood, Florida. April 6th, First Sunday Coin Show, Central Florida Coin Club, Maitland, Florida. April 6th, Greater Atlanta Coin Show, Marietta, Georgia. April 6th, Metro East Coin and Currency Club Coin Show, Collinsville, Illinois. April 6th, Quad City Coin Club 61st Annual Spring Coin Show, Milan, Illinois. April 6th, Orland Park First Sunday Show, Orland Park, Illinois. April 6th, South Jersey Coin and Collectible Show, Lindenwold, New Jersey. April 6th, Universal Coin and Currency Show, Cleveland, Ohio. And the show is actually in Fairview Park, Ohio. April 5th, Kalamazoo Coin Show, Kalamazoo, Michigan. April 5th and 6th, Bismarck Capital City Coin Show, Bismarck, North Dakota. April 6th, the Garden State Coin Show, Parsippany, New Jersey. April 6th, Decatur Coin Show, Decatur, Indiana. April 6th, North County Coin Show, Anaheim, California. April 6th, First Sunday Coin Show, Dedham, Massachusetts. April 6th, Winona Area Coin Show, Winona, Minnesota. April 5th and 6th, Capital City Coin Show in Bismarck, North Dakota. April 6th, Okan Coin Club Show, Gallipolis, Ohio. And we don't want to forget this show coming up. If you can see this, we have the Cincinnati Numismatic Association presents the Greater Cincinnati Numismatic Exposition. There will be 125 tables. There'll be July 25th and July 26th. Now, let's take a look at spot prices. Right now, gold is down less than 1%. It's down $22.80 to $3,110 per ounce. Silver is down $1.97 to $31.88, and platinum is down $20 to $950. And Robert, I'm going to kick her back to you.
Well, how's that? We'll just take it. All of us will just come on there. How's that sound? I got to remove that. Do me a favor, Dave, in your screen share, take that off.
Okay.
Yeah, that way there, when we get ready to do our next episode, which will liable to be B if she's ready.
Give me a minute. Just give me a few minutes.
That's fine.
Okay.
You can have 10 if you need it. David said he has time. I mean, Brad, how are you doing? Good to see you.
I'm okay, but I'm not sure I've figured out how yet to share PowerPoint with everyone. So I'm going to try in a few minutes. Don't laugh too hard.
Well, I was just going to do something about the current trends in coins. But so if you want to go ahead, Brad, go ahead.
No, go. Or unless you want me to go ahead so you can work. You know what I can go ahead with?
What?
I can go ahead with BS of the day.
Oh, whatever. Robert's the boss. I almost called you Rob.
I like BS.
Do you really?
That would be nice.
I call BS on this one. No, this is something. Robert said you ought to check this out, so I did. So I went to USA.techniprime24.com to find out about the Lincoln penny still in circulation, valued at $45 million.
Nice.
I'm calling bullshit here. Okay. So when you go to look at the article, they picture a 1934 cent, and they talk about a 1943 copper cent, hoping that the dyslexic people that tune in don't see the difference. So we've got some BS, major BS so far. They also tell you to look in your circulation change for SVDBs, 55 double dies, and the ever elusive 1944 steel cent. Still in circulation. Not where I live.
Not here either.
No, but then also let's talk about the 43 copper cent. PCGS estimates 10 to 15 exist from the Philadelphia Mint. There's only one red known to PCGS. It's an MS63, and they value it at, are you sitting down, people? $1 million.
Oh my gosh.
For the finest known. Not the 45 million that you can pick out of your pocket change. The 61 red and brown, which is the only red and brown, is valued at 500,000. a tidy sum, but not the buyer's premium on 45 million. There's a 64 brown. There's only one Denver mint copper, 1943 cent known to PCGS. And it sold all the way back in 2003 at $213,000. Taking in a little bit of inflation, the fact they haven't found another one, the fact that it's a pretty damn cool coin. It's the only one known. What might we think it's worth today in a good market? 2 million? Surely not 45 million. And going on to the S Mint, there's a couple of those that have sold in a 63 brown in November of 2020, sold for $504,000. Again, a tidy sum, but not the $45 million you can pick out of your pocket change. So, folks, call bullshit on this one. Robert, back to you.
Okay.
Hello, Nick. Welcome.
The bullshit. Look who's here. That was great timing, Nick.
Brad, I took and I'm so glad I didn't, but I should have for you to have something for next week. There was a $100 million quarter that you could find in your change.
I'm sure we're not going to have a lot of trouble finding fodder for this feature.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we will absolutely find a lot of stuff. I see it so often, and this is through the mainstream. That's the sad part. So,
can we really call it mainstream?
well, you know what? I mean, well,
why don't we call it? Why don't we call it the sewer stream of numismatics?
I don't know what you would call it.
Jammin comes up. Jammin, thank you very much. The really sad part of it is these fools walk into my shop and plop this shit on the counter and think that they've just become a millionaire.
You're a dream killer.
I've been there. I've seen it. You're right, Nick. He's I think he's
Nick,
got.
Nick, would you like Nick and B? Would you like to hear my best 43 copper steel cent story?
Sure.
Do we have the short version?
It is the short version. Guy walks in. He's playing with about one suit out of the deck, and he goes, sticks his head in the door of the shop. He goes, "Know any place I can sell a coin and not get screwed?" And I looked around. And I said, "Well, I don't know. Why don't you give me a try?" He goes, "Now, my father was a very astute investor, and he told me that he gave me a coin that would take care of me for the rest of my life." And I said, "Well, can I see it?" And he plopped the 43 steel cent on the counter and, kind of hovered over it so I wouldn't grab it. He says, "This is worth $1 million. Really? I reach under the counter and I get out a coffee can full of them.
Oh,
and I look at him and he looks at me and I take 5 of them out. And he had picked up his coin by now, and I put my 5 in his hand right next to his. And I said, they look the same, don't they? He goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, I'll tell you what, that's my gift to you today. Now you're worth 5 million more." So he started to back away from the counter, looking at me, wondering if I'm going to jump the counter for my $5 million. Gets to the front door, opens the door, and kind of sneaks out into the hallway. And the downtown store has big glass windows in the front. He's out on the street, walking across the street, looking back at me now, wondering at what point am I going to come after I think he's going to get hit by a bus, because I'm like, please, God, don't let this guy get run over. That would be a bad. He gets across the street, down the alley, and pops behind the building across the street. And about 15 seconds later, his little head comes out around the corner of the building to see if I've come for my 5 million yet. So don't say I never gave away $5 million.
Perception, I guess.
They don't know. People don't know. You know, when I was younger and little, I thought they were worth a lot of money too. But I was a little kid.
Polly.
What is
You're
Paul?
still a little kid.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
He's only about this big.
How tall are you, B?
Almost 5'4".
Oh, well, then I'm not much taller
On
than
a
you.
good day with platform shoes.
I'm about 5'4". I'm about 5'5", just barely hitting 5'5".
Okay. Thank you. That makes me feel better. I'm short too. Everybody's taller than me. My mother was 4'8".
I would say I'm right at 5'5". About 5'5.5". But
like you're
Lisa,
feeling a lot better.
Stick with the double nickel, Nick.
She seems like she's feeling a lot better. Are you feeling a lot better?
I am. Thank you.
I can
Yeah.
tell you're getting spunky again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who did you crush today that you're feeling so good?
I just got home from work, so we don't need to.
Yeah. That's how it is. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you do.
They crushed me. People crushed me.
Really? I'm sorry.
Well, I just thank the president for having his, conference yesterday at 4:00 in the afternoon, so I could hear about it all day today.
Oh yeah, his little party.
I'm so thankful that people educate yourself first before you make phone calls. Please.
They never do.
Why? People don't educate themselves before.
Please know what you're talking about before you start talking about issues, because it would be very helpful for yourself.
Wouldn't that be nice?
So were you answering the phone? Is that what it was all day? Just like
there's no way we cannot. I mean, seriously, it's 20,000 calls a week within 6 offices and constituent offices in the state, and then also Washington.
Well, you're in Maine, right?
Wow.
So they called you twice, you're saying.
Wow.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And that's just it, Robert. That's just it. It's the same people day in and day out. And I love it when they start with, I just called yesterday. I'm like, oh.
So why are you calling me today?
Yeah, and see, it just hinders us from getting our work done. My desk is like this high.
Nick, you have to understand. As soon as they say that, you go, "Hello, hello, you're still there?
Yeah.
Hello,
exactly.
I can't hear you."
Yeah,
I guess we lost our connection.
A lot of times, it's like putting on speakerphone and moving up around the office and doing what you have to do, and then occasionally you go,
Oh my God. And they're just babbling on, huh? Just babbling.
And a lot of it, some people are just very frustrated and they just need somebody to talk to. So why not call your
anyway your local senator?
And we only have frustrated numismatists in the building now.
Thank you, freaking awesome. Yeah.
Hey, Lisa Anderson, to answer your question, Wilmington, North Carolina. And Robert, I'm struggling. I can't find a place to type into the chat box.
Which chat
Go over to comments. Make sure you're not in private, David.
Yeah, I know I'm not in private.
You would have to be on the YouTube side, David, for you to be able to type into the chat.
He's already typed in once, I thought.
He's having the same problem I did that one time.
No, I can see.
Parrot.
I can see everybody in chat. But I don't have a place to type into.
Okay, David, here's what you have to do. On the YouTube side, I have 4 tabs open at the top of on my computer. One of the tabs is YouTube, one StreamYard, and one is Rumble, okay? If you have a YouTube open, go to this stream, open this show, you'll have to take it up at the top where you see it. You have to right click so you can mute that site. However, on that site for YouTube, then over at the chat, there's 3 buttons. And those 3 buttons, you got to pull it down and it'll say pop out chat. And then I put my pop out chat over next to the main screen so that I can talk in the chat as well as watch everything else.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert, can you repeat that in English?
You guys
And
are so much
also-
more sophisticated than I am.
That's what I do. David,
Well,
that's what I do.
yeah, that's just for us with cheap computers, not the big expensive ones like Brad has. However,
Just so everybody knows, I'm working with a new interface here in case Robert has to bow out. I can kind of run things here.
yes,
So-
I'm going to take over real quick for just a minute, everybody. Okay, I just want to let everybody know. As you all know that watched the show Monday, Flordelina's flight got messed up, and we chit-chatted and yada, yada, yada. But her flight got messed up. Well, I took her down this morning, and before I even got her there, another flight got messed up. And I'm not going into the what's, the who's, the how's, the why's. I don't really know. However, she is right now at JFK in New York, and she's going to be there until 2 o'clock this morning for a red eye to Manila. So everything got totally again. It's like Brad getting his fingers in there, and it's just all a cluster doodatter. So, if Flordelina happens to take and text me or anything, I know she's at JFK right now. If she happens to text me, David will be the one taking care of the shop because he knows how to accept mod parole, which everyone else that I gave it to didn't. So, with that in mind, if something happens, now you'll know why. And I don't want to hear no shit from you, Blake, because I tried to give it to you 2 or 3 times.
You've given me plenty over the years.
Well, I tried to help you to get it to. Oh well, I don't care.
If you put a million monkeys in front of a
Yes,
computer
David,
screen,
there you
sooner
go.
or later we'll figure out how to moderate a chat.
Well, Dave is already doing pretty good. There you go, Dave. You got that taken care of. So there you go.
He did it. Right on. Yay.
See, David picks up quickly. He actually listens to what people say. David, you're okay in my book.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Brad, I mean,
I'm sorry, what? I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
Mm,
You're going to really make fun of me when I try to do this other thing.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're sitting there and you're in that glass house throwing all these stones. B, by the way, anytime that you are ready, let me know.
Okay, I was gonna ask you. Let me make sure I learn how to share my
What are you
screen.
learning us today, B?
B, your son already has your screen
Did
share.
he set it up for? He's a good.
Oh, see, if I had a son here to set up mine, I'd be okay too.
Okay, so you already have it.
I see it, yes.
So what do I do though? Dang it!
You don't have
There
to
we
do nothing
go.
except to start going
There we
and
go.
telling us what you're going to do.
Oh, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
Yeah. Shut up. Okay. So what I was going to talk about today is today's coin trends and what do they hold for this year, 2025. And as you can see, I'm going to be talking about AI, and I don't see he's going to make me do this. Let me see if I'm going to get it right. Nope. He didn't do it. Okay, so I need to be able to change the picture. How can I change the picture? He
Hit
set it
next.
up, but I don't see where I can forward it. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Google. Oh, so
Yeah.
we're supposed to live with this?
I don't know, buddy. I don't know.
Don't you have the
See,
little advanced key?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. So I'm not going to mess it up. I just can't find it. I don't know where it is. And usually you can use the arrow buttons. It's not doing nothing. Okay, so anyway, I can just go ahead and read what I wrote, I guess. I don't know. So I start off with, I read a few articles on what are the current coin collecting trends, and some of the things are beginning to change, but are the changes good for collectors or bad or indifferent? Some things sound both good and bad. At the same time, I am personally on the fence about a few of the changes I read about. Okay, let's see. It will be interesting to hear what you all think about them too. The list of trends I read about are supposed to be groundbreaking, but I'm not surprised and know myself and other people are already doing some of these things already. The first trend I read about is digital tools and services and how they are reshaping how collectors collect and do business. Online workplaces was on the list, and I myself and most coin collectors are already very familiar with these platforms and have been using them for a few years now. Just like everything you buy and sell online, you must be very careful on how you conduct yourself. It is definitely a way to expand your collection quicker and faster as long as you do your homework, which means buy from only reputable, researchable sources and don't overspend. The type of buying and selling, this type of buying and selling coins has connected people from all over the world and made it much more easy and available for collectors to buy and sell long distance like never before. In my opinion, I think it has brought many new people to the hobby and community and popularized coin collecting once again. Uh, Coin tracking apps was also on the list, and I only have one thing to say about this subject, and that is as long as you keep your personal records online or your PC/cell phone, it can always be accessed by someone if they want to see it bad enough. I'm also sure there's a few cell phone apps that would be more than happy to help you keep track of your collection. And a word from the wise, you should always be leery of anyone who wants to help you keep track of your money, don't you think? You might also want to read those permissions you agree to in the app very carefully. Okay, hang on. I gotta switch pages. Here we go. The printer's broken, can you tell? Keep track of your money, don't you think? You might also want to read those permissions. I'm going to repeat myself and agree to the app very carefully and realize everything digital is accessible by someone or somewhere and leaves a footprint. It's just that way. Maybe you might want to skip the convenience of this one for privacy and use good old paper and pen. But that is a personal choice, and everyone's free to do whatever makes them happy, I say. Okay, this is the one that I had something to say about. Okay, digital coin grading was the next subject I read about, and I have an opinion about that one also. Nowadays, people are so reliant and addicted to getting all, and I mean all, their information from the internet, which can be good and bad. I'm guilty as well myself, but only to a certain extent, as I do my own due diligence in researching as much as I can and checking the information I present. The last one I'm going to talk about is, well, here I repeated myself, digital grading. From what I read about AI digital grading, is that it is, first of all, faster, more convenient, and makes less mistakes. I believe it's all about how you perceive coin grading and what is the purpose of it. Coin grading in general has had more and more attention given to it over the years, and it has grown into something that can be good or bad, depending on your expectations of the results and reasons for doing it in the first place. Coins that are slabbed in a plastic case with the name of a company, association, etc., and a UPC code with numbers on it is still truly an opinion of what they see and how others see it and what is known about it. It is a way to authenticate a coin that shows proof you have a genuine item, and is willing to put the company is willing to put their name and reputation behind it, what their opinion of said item is. It is basically the same as a COA, only in a plastic case. You can no longer open, right? As far as having artificial intelligence grading coins, it depends on who is telling it what to know and what not to know. In other words, where is it pulling its information from, and how is it getting a visual representation of it? This would be my concerns about having AI grading. One more page. Okay, hang on. Oh, now it's doing something weird. Okay, there we go. One more. I'm almost done, you guys. Okay, so first of all, it's faster. And they say it's more convenient and makes less mistakes. Wait, I think I'm still reading the same part. Okay, here we go. Okay, so in other words, wait a minute. There would be my concerns about having AI grade. One thing for sure is it definitely takes the human touch out of the equation and makes it completely fair and equal for everyone, right? I don't know about that, you guys, but I'd like to know what everybody thinks about it, because I don't know how they're going to do a visual representation of a coin without the AI. How is the AI going to see it? You know what I'm saying? Other than a picture. And a picture, we all know a picture is not necessarily the best way to grade a coin. Even PCGS says that themselves, and they have photo grade. So what do you guys think?
Do me a favor, B. Remove your.
I'm sharing my screen.
that.
I hope I can. Okay.
Yeah. And no, I totally agree with
gone,
you.
Robert?
Yeah, you got it. But I totally agree with you. I don't know how the heck anybody or any business. I mean, I guess it all depends on how fast AI learns, but I find it extremely difficult. I'm sitting here trying to think, guys, and that's the problem. How long will it take for AI to do just that? Start thinking. How long will it take them to have an opinion? I mean, there's so much to it, and a lot of people don't realize. I mean, and I don't want to go deep into this because it's totally off of the coin subject, but our brain thinks so many things at one time. They're talking about how like quantum computers are so quick. Well, yes, they are, but they're focused on one thing and thinking about it. When you look at a coin for grading, there's like 5 different methodologies that you're coming and looking at it. You're looking at the surface. You're looking at eye appeal. How do you teach a computer eye appeal?
Well, I think AI is going to get better than we think it's going to get. I think it's going to be a good tool to use. But if you don't mind me sharing something about AI, my husband went to a banking conference in Southern Maine this past week, and they talked about artificial intelligence as far as it being able to bypass this bank security now. And he was also showing, and so they have to keep one step ahead all the time. He's the person that was giving the conference says he lays in bed at night how he can continually keep the bank secure because AI is getting so powerful. I mean, he says it's a good tool and it can be used as a bad as well. and then he also gave a demonstration on how AI was able to copy his voice, know who his how many children he had. I mean, AI is becoming
That's scary.
scary. Yes.
Ugh.
Thanks
So-
for sharing. That's important for everyone to know.
So like if your voice activated or even your face activated,
Right.
I can replicate that in 2 seconds. So you
yeah.
have to be, so for your own personal security, you've got to be very careful in using,
Oh yeah.
always changing your passwords. But so it just leads me to believe that I think that AI is going to get better than we think it's going to get. But as far as maybe the eye appeal of a coin or maybe luster, maybe it won't be able to replicate that. But I think it's going to get better than we think as far as grading coins, because I think we could teach it anything.
Well, we can teach it anything, but who's teaching it? That's the thing.
That's true. That is true. But it's scary good. AI is scary good. That's all
People are still worried about fairness when it comes to grading. But then again, they want to go pay someone for their opinion. See, I don't understand that. Why do you want to go pay somebody for their opinion of your coin when you're not going to be happy with it no matter what? I think some people are never happy with the grade in the first place. You know what I mean? And like I've always said before, I think it's for authentication.
Well, I think a lot of people are not happy because they believe it's going to be graded higher than what it is.
Yeah.
And so like Brad, they are the grading companies can be dream killers.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? Wouldn't you rather be told the truth than having somebody spread sunshine up your?
But what is the truth, B?
Well, the truth usually hurts.
No, the truth is as someone sees it, right?
Yeah, it's how they see it. That's what I said. It's how you perceive it, or
how describe beauty to me.
We're not talking about that right now.
No, we are, because
it's the opposite of what you see in the mirror.
When people ask me about grading, I go, so describe beauty. If you can describe beauty, then you can be a perfect grader.
Well, yeah.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder as well as grading is in the eye of the beholder.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's how you see it. It's how you see it.
Look, I've seen some of Nick's coins, and I know that the only person that thinks they're beautiful is Nick.
There you go. She's rolling her eyes. I don't blame her, man. She's rolling my eyes too. He says mean stuff to me too. I ignore it. I just ignore it.
David, I'm about to put us down on the bottom again.
I do think AI is going to get scary good, and I think it's going to grade coins well and give us. I think it's going to be used as a tool. I think it's going to be a good tool.
Okay, here's the problem I'm coming up with, because it is what B had actually basically said. Because I understand computers enough to know that the AI is going to be working on self-knowledge, but who's going to be teaching it? Who's going to be feeding that information? Is it going to be the same person that is writing these articles about $50 million pains when there is
it's
none?
not going to just be people that's going to be teaching it. It's going to go through all of the computer systems, all of the internet. It's going to be taking up knowledge on places that we're not thinking it's going to be taking knowledge from.
Oh yeah. Do you guys want to hear what ChatGPT said?
With that, Nick, how is that going to affect it? Because here again, we got to come back right now as we're speaking. There is probably 10 websites that give bad information to everyone.
But I think AI is not going to, I think it's going to probably take it from the grading companies. I mean, it can go right through and scan all of those grading companies and see.
I think you said it right. I think you said it right a little bit ago. It's going to take it from a lot of areas that even we're not thinking about. And I'm not certain that it's going to be good information. That's the problem. Somebody was just asking about on a podcast I was watching, and they were saying, go look it up on Google. Well, I just seen a question that was asked on Google at AI, and it was based upon, I believe a lot of it was based upon the people that took and programmed it, because I assure you, any normal male, I don't care what the race, creed, or color is, but most normal males would disagree with what the AI had interpreted. So, with that, again, I come back to the same thing on artificial intelligence when it comes to coins, because grading, as most experienced numismatists know, is basically an opinion, and it does vary. I don't know that you can get it scientifically broke down.
Right, but again, it's about the beauty of the coin, and I don't think AI is going to be able to understand the beauty of a coin, but the technical side of it, and as far as scratches and the way the technical side of the grading, I think it's going. But it's just I don't think it's going to be it's just a tool. A lot of people don't want to send their coins in to get graded from the grading companies, but they may want to have an idea of what their coin may be graded, and the AI could be a good tool to use to get an idea.
Okay, do you guys want to hear what Chat GPT said?
Sure.
Come
Sure.
on. You want to hear it. It said because I go, well, you should know you're artificial intelligence. So it says artificial intelligence is increasingly being incorporated into the coin grading process, aiming to provide more consistent and objective evaluations. While traditional grading has relied on the expertise of professionals from organizations like, and I already gave them all of them, PCGS, NGC, Annex, and CAC, AI-driven tools are being developed to complement human judgment. These tools analyze high-resolution images of coins to assess factors such as wear, luster, and strike quality.
Luster, huh?
The goal, that's what I'm curious about. The goal is to enhance grading accuracy and reduce subjectivity. Through the technology is continually evolving. Oh, I'm sorry. Though technology is continually evolving, and it is often used alongside traditional methods. But it is important to note that while AI offers, hang on, you guys, I had to take 2 pictures.
To come back from.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, because my printer's not working. We got a new
I
printer.
haven't eaten.
Okay, so it is important to stop.
Yeah, we noticed.
To know how well AI offers
I'm so hungry.
advancements. The what is it? The nuanced expertise of human coin graders remains invaluable, especially for rare or unique coins where historical context and subtle characteristics play a significant role in valuation. So I don't know if I was getting stroked by the AI or what, because
it sounded to me like at the end there, AI was telling you, quite frankly, that we aren't there yet.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we're there yet.
Robert.
But don't you think it could be used as a tool, Robert? I mean, just something that can just assist.
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's what I think.
Here's something to think about, Nick. Okay, and I think that the numismatist dealers will pick up on this. We took, and when we went to grading, we went to a basic grading. It used to just be good, fine, about uncirculated, okay? And then I'm generalizing. I'm not going to sit here and give a numismatist, spreadsheet. However, we then moved on to a system to where it's a 70-point system, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, when that first began, it used to be that it was primarily focused on technical. Now they're changing it to where it's not quite technical. Because it used to be when you went to Annex, you used to get, it's a MS blank on this side, but on this side, it's the MS blank on that side, or an AU. And then they took, and now it's more holistic. But with that, it's based more on opinion. From the way I see it, it's based more on opinion now than it is the way it first started So I think we're going to see something similar with AI because I don't think it's smart enough to give us again, grading is an opinion.
Thank
Floor.
you.
Floor is in the house.
Yeah.
Where is
Hello,
she?
Flora.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Hi.
Where is she? I
In
see
chat.
her.
Hi.
Hi, Heidi. Hi, Florida. Sorry you're stuck at the airport. Oh, I hate it.
Okay, Robert, can you translate for us?
Mabuhay is hello.
Okay.
That's
I mean, seriously, even I picked up on what that could be. Hello.
I thought it was one of these acronyms that it's like, may all of you in the chat go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Mabuhay means hello to everybody in the chat except for Brad.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Don't worry. No.
And no, I think AI will be a good tool. Maybe if somebody has a coin and they think it's going to be graded higher than what it probably would be graded for, they can have AI give them a roundabout grade, and then they can decide from there whether or not they want to send it into the grading company.
Let me tell you the biggest problem with AI and coin grading. The coin companies don't want AI because what
put
is
them out of business.
the one thing AI will be able to do? It'll be able to tell you whether that coin has ever been there before or not. And then that will eliminate people resubmitting for upgrades.
That's
Where
true.
Where do
Because
the grading
it will
companies make
diagram
their
it.
money?
It will diagram the coin, Brad. Exactly. It'll diagram it. You know, like how people have diamonds diagrammed? That's what it's going to do. And it will know that coin's been there before. Just by some little tiny scratch or nick or something, it's going to know it's been there before. You are right, Brad.
Thank you.
I never
It's nice to be right once a year.
thought about it, but you're right. Just like they diagram diamonds, it's the same thing, isn't it? Pretty much.
I see everybody saying that they want to skip AI, and you know what? That's true, but you should learn about it because it's going to be part of our lives more than you think it's going to be, and you better get ahead of it now and learn about it now before it gets too much.
People don't realize, Nick, what you said earlier. They have no clue.
I mean, it replicated his voice to a T. He didn't tell him he had a wife. He didn't tell him how many children and grandchildren he had, and that's just it. He was showing them, as bankers, they don't want computers in anything anyway. They don't want, but just how much security is involved and how much they have to stay one step ahead because AI is catching up. So
AI now
on the internet, all that stuff about that man is on the internet already. Trust me.
Yes, and it picked up on that.
From. It pulls everything from the internet, so that's where it's pulling from.
But his voice, and then he did a.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad, and I don't think people realize how bad it really is. And AI has been around for years.
Yeah, it's been around since the 70s. Believe it or not.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has, and it's just gotten increasingly more. And I remember tweeting.
How do you know that it's not Skynet going back in time?
Please don't tell people that and put that in the universe, because then I'll hear about it tomorrow at work.
Yeah.
Please don't put that. No, that is not true, everybody.
Yeah, that's not true. Yeah,
it is getting crazy good, and just get ahead of it. Stay educated on it.
I agree 100% with her. That's what I'm doing. I'm keeping myself educated about AI.
Now, with that being said, there's also good parts of it too that you could be using.
That's right.
Hello, students. Have AI write your papers for you. Duh.
I
wish AI was available when I was in school.
Right? When I was in college, Nick, there was no chat GPT.
I could have more so.
Well, that's what they've been fighting about now for 6 months. So,
You know what I like to do? I like to take what I write and put it in Chat GPT. What do you think of that, Chat GPT? And then, you know,
What is chat? What is that?
it's an AI.
It's
Oh.
AI. Yep.
Okay, you guys can know that
Well,
I'm
it's really
telling
funny,
you these
you know?
things about it. I'm not educated, but my husband keeps telling me to get
So
educated.
you know
Here we go.
the Roman coins that I did, you know, the Roman coins
Yes.
video I did. Chat GPT said something about 80,000 fans in the Coliseum. And the Coliseum never held 80,000. It held 50,000.
No, B. They were talking about the Colosseum in Rome.
Yeah, the Coliseum in Rome. Yeah, it's exactly what I'm talking about.
Brad, can I have another bite of my food?
And
As long as you don't, you were chewing a
Oh
cud
my
like the
God.
goat over David's shoulder.
Well, that's because
you're not eating. That's not food, Nick.
that's all I could find to grab to bring down here with me fast.
Okay, Nick, real quick. Let me first start off. Polly Boo, I'm the ex-boyfriend. We got married. Just so you know, clear that up real quick. Now, Nick, ChatGPT is Google's AI.
Okay.
Grok is X
No,
or
it's not.
Twitter's AI. And Gemini is Microsoft's AI.
Okay.
Those are the ones that I'm aware of right now. I know there's plenty more. I know people that I follow on YouTube that have made their own AI.
Oh wow.
I don't know what name one of them, it's an Indian god, and I can't remember the name of it. I can never
That is what
pronounce it.
ChatGPT is, not Google. Google has Chameleon or Chameleon.
No, that's ChatGPT, I think, is Google.
I think he's right.
Okay,
I think
well,
he's right.
ChatGPT's on Google. Well, let me see. I'll find out real quick.
Look up OpenAI too. That's
Google's
But
his name something different.
See, now here they go looking for information.
No, I'm just looking to see what ChatGPT is. Let's see here.
It's not Google. Google has a dragon, chameleon, something weird like that. Yeah, I can't remember what it is. It's not ChatGPT.
Frankie.
But yeah, I'm glad you shared that with us, Nick. That was nice because you know people don't know what bankers go through. They just
Okay,
don't.
ChatGPT is an OpenAI research, and it's just got every partner out there. It started out. It's supposedly independent and its own leadership team. It says the only person they mention in here is Microsoft.
Yeah,
But they also have Azure AI and others.
yeah. So I can't remember what Google's is called, but it's not.
I know Gemini, I believe. I thought Gemini. I use Gemini, Chat, and Grok. So
Yeah. But anyway, I just thought.
Have you figured out how to open yours yet?
I'm sorry.
Have you even tried to figure out how to open your stuff?
No, not yet. Let me see what I can do here.
He's in La La Land.
So I listen to the Glenn Beck program at times, and he's been talking about AI, and so I'm going to put in chat the AI that he suggests to use outside of those other companies, and he gives tutorials and everything because he does believe that there's a lot of good to it as well. So I'm just going to put that in the chat. That's if I'm going to go with AI, this is what I'm going to go with. So I'll just put that in the chat, and if anybody else wants to check it out.
Grok is Twitter, hon.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's Twitter. That was one that Elon Musk and his team made. And he made that, he said, in response to some of the other AIs, because he's right. Your AI is going to answer depending upon who programmed it, just like any other program.
Just what I said. It's who puts the information in is what it knows, and whether it scans the internet or not, which is where it gets everything. And they can always add to it. It's just like the voting system. That's what happened. It was so corrupt from people putting their own information in it.
Well, here's the problem now. We come back. Let's go back into grading coins. depending upon what AI starts grading it, you may get, it's going to be the same problem over and over and over again, in my personal understanding and opinion.
That's what I think.
Because let's say Chat GDP or GPT, it's going to grade your coin X. Grok's going to grade it Y. Gemini might grade it Z. But who do you follow then? Who's going to, will it turn out to be like the third-party grading company, and right now you probably have a debate on who's the best grading company out there today. You ask Brad, he's going to tell you one thing. Dave might tell you another. I might say something different. And Nick, B, you both might have your own opinions as well. So who's right though?
Well, I mean, if you do look at some of the AI stuff, they do think it's going to eventually become where it's smarter than humans.
Oh,
I mean, that's the goal. And so
it pretty much is already.
How can that happen?
Because it pulls everything from the internet.
I don't know, but I mean, I can read you some articles right now where it says, like of science, 5% of scientists, there's a percentage of scientists that say that it's going to be much smarter than humans.
Yeah.
Okay.
It learns so much faster.
Here's the question I would have with that. How can a sentient intelligence become smarter than those that are programming it? Because, here's my biggest concern. I promise right now, there's as much bad information out in the world
Absolutely.
as there is good.
But yes, absolutely. But where it's going to become a problem is where we don't know who to trust, where we don't know where the information's coming from, whether or not the AI is telling us the truth, or who do we believe? And then that's where the issue is going to come in.
So then how can you say that any AI is going to be smarter than...
Oh, I do believe it's going to be much smarter, but then again, it's going to be harder for us to choose the difference between reality and non-reality when it comes to
just remember one thing. You have, I've seen a lot of people that are very, very book smart, but when it comes to wisdom, they are just rock heavy dumb. Look at most of your politicians. They don't have a flipping clue, but yet they're in DC.
I won't disagree with that, but again, it could be good information, it could be bad information.
It can be good and bad.
We need to be able to have sense and common sense about us, like you said, Robert, to be able to decide between the two. And I just don't have that much faith in people to be able to know, because especially Brad.
The AI actually learns. That's the difference between a computer system where it's completely programmed and input. AI learns, and it doesn't drink, it doesn't do drugs, it remembers everything. It doesn't forget how to spell stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy good. Like Nick's saying, that's how it will be smarter some days, because it doesn't forget. It doesn't forget anything.
But we just got to look at it as a tool. We need to stay educated upon it ourselves and
keep it as a tool. But it's already trying to take over now. I mean,
no offense there, Brad, but have you ever thought about asking Dave? Maybe he can help you.
Dave wasn't so good last week, so I don't know. Unless Dave's
a wise pirate. He's my wise pirate. I call him the wise pirate.
Do you have a Mac?
Yes.
I have a Mac as well. So what can I help you with?
I'm trying to share PowerPoint.
Oh.
Whatever you do, don't minimize it.
Can you go to StreamYard and hit presentation?
I got present right here at the bottom. I hit present.
Right.
Okay, so now you got to go in and find your file.
Open the file now. Okay. Let's see.
Now and see if you hit present and it says share screen.
But when I bring up the PowerPoint, it takes away StreamYard, and I can't do anything with StreamYard.
Okay, so let me see. Let me go to present. Let me see. Okay, so when you go to present without
Hold on,
hitting PowerPoint.
let me start
okay?
over again. Let me start over again. All right. So I got present.
Go to
Share
present.
screen, image file, video file.
No, don't
slide.
share screen. Wait. Chill and see slides in PDF.
Slides and PDFs, yes.
Click on that to see if you can find it.
You have no slides. Let's see. Add slides from your computer. Support PowerPoint. Okay. Upload file.
Did I earn another gummy since I'm
Just a
helping you?
minute. Yes, you did. Now, where's PowerPoint?
I'll just let you know that the blonde is telling you what to do. Now,
Yeah, well, thank you.
it's pretty
Point
bad.
it out.
It's pretty bad if the blonde's helping you. That means you.
Wow, that's so true.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
All right. I'm assuming
Where's the
nobody
sign?
sees. I'm
Nope.
assuming.
No.
It'll
No.
come up on our presentation, and me or Dave will have to go into it, and I don't see it yet.
Okay, so if you're not finding it there, we'll start over again and go to image file. Don't share the screen, go to image file to see if you can pull it up that way.
Present image file. Okay.
Now what's it telling you?
I have a bunch of choices, none of which are PowerPoint.
Where did you put the PowerPoint presentation? Excuse me, everybody, my mouth is
In,
full.
in PowerPoint.
Are there bubbles coming up underneath all of us? There's like bubbles with pictures of us and
Frank, thank you very much. Yes, we can do that.
what did Frank say? I didn't see it.
Okay, Brad. Listen,
Yeah.
when you go to video file. Try that one.
I'd be
Video file.
entertained, Frank. You know that.
Hold it. Yeah. Cancel. Okay.
Okay,
So,
go to video file.
Present video file.
Now see, because you're pulling up all your files now.
Yeah.
See if you can find it in there.
No. Where does it say?
God, I'll tell you what, I'm scared. I'm glad David, me or you have to approve this.
Right, if you go to video file, it pulls up all your files, like your downloaded everything. So when I pull it up, I can see all my documents, my desktop, my shared files,
All right. So where is
photos, and movies.
Is it in iCloud?
No, Brad. Go back to present.
Believe it or not, Brad, the files in your computer is like the files that you use at your business. They open.
Yeah.
the same
Well,
way.
it's not showing.
All right. When you hit present and then you hit video file, tell me what you see on your screen.
All right. Just a second. Let me get back there. All right. So present video file. Now that's something totally different.
How is it totally different? So when I
have a bunch of files up, but none of them are.
What about recents? Go to recents. Do you see it in your recents or your application? Go to your application.
Applications, okay.
They're on your flipping
But
desk.
that doesn't allow applications, but that doesn't allow me to choose PowerPoint.
Okay, did you go to your utilities? On applications, go to utilities.
Where's utilities at?
It just scroll down. It should be at the bottom. It's in alphabetical order.
Yeah, well, utilities, 18 items. That's all right. I clicked on that.
Okay, now do you see PowerPoint?
Okay.
No.
Your buddy Frank.
All right, let me go back and do it myself and see.
How about this? I am going to.
Can you save it can you save it somewhere else?
How about if I
On your desktop.
share, send a copy, emails an attachment.
Are you sending it to me?
I am.
Oh, here we go.
Nick, just look at it like you have ammo for later.
All right, I'm getting it.
Hey, I don't make any claims to knowing what I'm doing with a computer.
Okay, so I'm just waiting for
this
the
is
email.
like giving a machine gun to a chimpanzee. Okay.
As soon as
He
the
was
email
giving
comes
me
through,
a
maybe
hard
we'll be able to
time.
present this. And
Remember when I was having a hard time sharing my screen and he was giving me
I
a
do. I do.
That's all right. I'm perfectly willing to ouch.
well, did you send the email?
Okay,
I did.
sorry guys, I gotta bring this up real quick. Perry, I apologize. I thought I responded to you about the quarter. I think it's just some well-placed hits. It is not a D. So I apologize. I just checked my email and I noticed I never responded to you. So I'm sorry. Asalico, love you. I hope you're having a good time at JFK in New York. And oh boy, use that use your gift card and get you something to eat. So there, sorry
Here
about
we
that.
go. You guys got it?
Say what?
Okay,
I see
so
it now. There you go.
nope, that wasn't the one. Okay, so hold on. That's my
Okay.
let
Take
me-
and remove that then, Nick. If
Okay.
you
Yep, I got it though. So I'm
Well, even my son did something wrong during this because I couldn't change the picture, remember earlier?
B, I got a bunch of money. He didn't do nothing wrong. You just didn't know how to open it. You're like Brad.
No, it was open on my screen already. I already had it ready to go. I don't know what he did to it
Okay.
because I had it ready to go. You just don't minimize it. If you minimize it, it won't, open. And you won't be given the option to open it. Okay, that's might be what his problem is if he's being given the option. You know, the bubbles that are underneath all of us, there's one of me, I'm looking at myself, and then there's one next to it that says present, and then there's one next to it that says you're in the show. That's where it needs to be, there, so you can see it. If it's not there, it's not going to come up. And I'm a blonde too. Nobody listens, Nick. I swear.
I'm sorry, B. What did you say?
Yeah, I know. See how they are, Nick? Some things never change.
all right. You guys just give me 2 seconds. I
I'll
gotta
give
put
you
it on.
20.
I've got to put it down on my. Got to download it now.
Yeah,
Thanks, Frank.
she has to download the whole thing, Brad. The whole file. Heck yeah, I do, Paulie. Heck yeah.
We're at least entertaining David and the goat today.
Oh, yeah.
We always
he's a
entertain
hoot.
David. He's always laughing at all of us. You haven't
Who
noticed?
is?
David, he thinks we're funny.
Oh,
Well,
David thinks he's Santa Claus today. Ho 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 ho. ho.
Read Frankie's stuff.
What did
You'll
Frank say?
That's at least a $600
That
question.
is pretty funny, Frank. That's pretty funny. Oh my god.
Brad, I must admit, I'm glad you're in the chat because I tell you what, Frank is usually all over me like that. So you're taking it away from me. Thank you.
His
So,
turn,
in
yeah.
other words, what you're saying, Frank is the really big fly who decides which piece of he's going to sit on that day, right? Is that it?
Okay.
Oh.
If that's what you want to present, that's
uh,
how you coming there, Nick? I've given you more than 20 seconds now.
if you look on the screen right now, it's coming up.
I haven't seen it yet, but
It says it's processing, so just give it to. It's already on the to present. It's just processing now because it must be a large file.
okay.
How many
yeah, 'cause I'm not
pictures
getting
are
nothing
there?
yet.
7,322.
whoa.
So on my screen, it's already presented. So on the StreamYard, it just
sorry,
says
Nick.
it's in a circle processing. So
I'm sorry, Nick. You had to download 7,000.
Ah, here it is.
Ah, there it is.
ta-da!
Good job, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blonde did it, Brad. Ta-da!
The blonde did it. Yay.
That's why we all make such a good team here at
Mhm.
Coin Up.
You mean us blondes?
Yes.
We're just a couple of women now.
Okay, while he goes, I'm gonna eat some more of my candy.
Yeah, but I can't. How you have to? Somebody has
you
to.
have to
advance.
drive it?
Who's
All right.
driving this?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
There you go.
we had in the late 19th century. We were. Now you're messing with me.
No,
And
I
like
didn't mean to.
I did that to see if I could, just to help Nick if she gets
Oh.
busy.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry, Brad. I didn't mean to
Freak him
squirrel
out.
you.
So in the late 19th century, we were stuck with neoclassical, ugly, big Liberty head design coins by Charles Barber, and they stretched from the dime, the quarter, and the $50 design, and they were relatively plain. And President Teddy Roosevelt said, "God, I hate these things, and I want to change America's coinage and make it great for the first time." So, next screen, please. Well, let's talk a little bit about Charles Barber. He also designed the extremely ugly Liberty nickel, as well as the dime, quarter, and half. He collaborated on numerous commemoratives, world coins minted in the U.S. and made metals, and a prolific artist for some of the pattern coins. Some of his pattern coins were actually pretty cool. We should have used those instead of the designs we got stuck with. Next line. So the other Liberty head design we had at the end of the 19th century was the Longacre on the gold coins. And this was shared on the 2.5, $5, $10, and $20 gold pieces. Again, not very artistic. A big old head with a Liberty banner on the top announcing who she was. Next slide. But Longacre also did some nice things like the Flying Eagle cent, the Indian cent, both of which I love. But he did the 2-cent piece, both 3-cent pieces of shield nickel, yeah, whatever. And he did a bunch of pattern coins, many of which were probably the Candlestein trade out the back door kind of things to get the U.S. Mint cabinet some of the coins that they obtained in the later 1800s. Next. So Teddy Roosevelt went out to his friend Augustus St. Gaudens and said, "Augustus, buddy, I want you to come and do something nice for us. I want you to redesign the America's gold coinage, and I'm going to give you the $10 and the $20 gold piece to redesign." And this is what we all know and love is the Augustus St. Gaudens $20 gold piece. Next slide. St. Gaudens was probably the greatest American sculptor. And if you've ever been to New York City in Central Park, many of the statues in Central Park are St. Gaudens creations. He also did the Diana statue on top of the Madison Square Garden. And he was responsible for the Indian $10, of course, also. And unfortunately, he died of cancer before his iconic double eagle was issued to the American public. Next. This is the St. Gaudens $10. An unrealistic depiction of Liberty as a female with a full feather headdress, which we all know was reserved for the male chieftains of the tribes. They were not put on by any squaw running around, and surely not by this very Caucasian looking woman that is as Liberty. But if you just look at the lines of the coin, gorgeous. And look at that eagle, a proud eagle standing there holding the
Well, the feathers are
ubiquitous
pretty too in the headdress.
what's that?
The feathers are beautiful too. I mean, the headdress is beautiful.
Right. The headdress is beautiful. How it was presented
Was not the greatest
some
idea.
question. Okay. Yeah. Next slide. But if we look at the Indian design by Bela Lyon Pratt, he did a magnificent job depicting a Native American as they would have been seen in the Old West. His eagle, a little less regal than the St. Gaudens, in my opinion, but still a wonderful depiction of an eagle on the reverse. Next slide. Bela Lion Plant created numerous sculptures for the World's Columbian Exposition. As you notice, all of the coin designers that Teddy's picking out here were famous sculptors of the time period. So they had a lot of experience in creating beautiful things, just not necessarily coins at the time.
We have a question from Frank.
Yes. Why incused? I don't know, but that's just what Bela Lion Pratt decided on. And they are the only two incused design coinages that we had made. So it was his design choice to be different. And I think it worked out magnificently, even if they are hard to grade. Next line. The Indian head or buffalo nickel, James Earl Fraser. Again, Fraser went out and he did a fantastic depiction of the American West on a coin. This very realistic Native American, as well as the bison, which was probably the defining American mammal of the Great West. Next slide. So his father, Thomas, was a member of the party sent to recover the remains of the 7th Cavalry after the Battle of Little Bighorn. So he was with his father out west and was exposed to real Indian life as it was on the prairies, and it influenced his work. He also did the iconic work End of the Trail, which is one of probably the most famous Old West works. His realistic rendition of Native American and bison is a product of his exposure to the natives on the plains. And again, he has numerous places where his statues are featured, as well as at the George S. Patton at West Point. Next slide. Here we have the Adolph Weinman Mercury dime. Now, Mercury is a misnomer. Originally, the design is a winged head of liberty, symbolizing freedom of thought. And on the reverse, does anybody know why we have the facies as they are? The bound
Fascies.
Fascies. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Fascies.
Why it's bound?
Why? I'm not sure. I know what a fascist is. That's
okay.
It.
I know what a fascist is, but so
but explain what a fascist is.
If you do you remember? Have you ever read the Bible?
Yes.
Okay. So there's a story in the Bible about the father that gives his sons a bundle of sticks and asks them to break it, and they cannot, and they give it back to him, and he unbundles them and breaks each stick individually. It's showing that as a united country, we're stronger than individual states. Okay, next slide.
That's true.
He was also a famous medalist. Walking Liberty $50, one of our most beautiful designs was his. Also, sculptors include Soldiers and Sailors Monument in Baltimore and many other different venues where he was displayed, including the Pan Pacific Exposition in 1915. Next slide. Standing Liberty Quarter, Herman McNeil. Again, what a wonderful design. Liberty standing with a shield and the olive branch. And as we all know, in 1916 and the first part of 1917, this was a naughty, naughty coin. It bared Miss Liberty's breast.
Called the booby coin.
You really want to look for 1917 with full nipple. And so
it's the truth, though, David. I know it's
this was World War I is when this was issued.
Yeah.
And people took exception to Miss Liberty standing there showing herself. So they ended, later on put a chainmail breast coat on her. The mighty eagle in flight on the reverse A gorgeous coin. Again, next slide.
They never get over it.
So
Get over it.
he did some famous works pertaining to Native Americans also. He had sculptures in the Louisiana Purchase Exposition in 1904. He did the William McKinley Monument in Columbus, Ohio, and the Guardian of Liberty on the East Pediment of the U.S. Supreme Court building. So again, all of these designers are probably more famous at the time for their work outside of numismatics. Next slide. The Walking Liberty half dollar.
Oh my gosh, so
Obviously
beautiful.
Nick's favorite coin. You know,
It's gorgeous.
Nick is all excited now, but and Miss Liberty striding forward, a rising sun. What an eagle on the reverse. This is another one of those obverse reverse complementary wonderful design coins.
It's one of our best.
Next slide. But we had the Liberty Head Morgan dollar was kind of closing out its run, and it's, you know, Morgan and Barber and kind of, you know, the big head. And the next dollar we got was on the next slide, and it's called George Morgan, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yes, thank you very much, George Morgan. Move on. The peace dollar, Anthony DeFrancis.
His favorite.
This is a Art Deco design. It's a lower relief to it. It's softer, harder to grade for numismatists, and probably not as popular as the Morgan dollar because of the relief.
Why is it harder to grade?
The relief spreads out the wear. It doesn't give you as much definition to grade from. So a lot of times you have to grade in the field as well as on the device.
I call this
the devices aren't very tall.
The Medusa coin.
Yes. Next slide. So he studied DeFrancis, studied under Fraser, McNeil, and Weinman. All these guys knew each other. They collaborated. They taught each other. They went to school together. So they were very good friends in a lot of cases. He won a highly contested competition to produce the peace dollar. His wife, Mary Teresa, was the model for the dollar. He also created the World War II Honorable Service lapel button, affectionately known as the ruptured duck. I have a ruptured duck sitting at the counter right now. And he designed the inaugural medal for the 64.5 World's Fair in New York City. Next. But in amongst all of these wonderful designs, we have an ODG, which started in 1909. And this started, sooner or later, Dave will get out of the chair and answer the phone. So we have an old dead guy on our coins right in the middle of this Renaissance. We did away with the fantastic Indian head cent, and it ended up with Lincoln. Why? Well, it just happened to be the 100th anniversary of his birth. And as we all know, Lincoln was one of the finest presidents any country could ever have. So, of course, we had to put him on some of our coinage. So, the Lincoln cent holds some number of numismatic records. Can anybody out there in La La Land tell me some of the numismatic records that the Lincoln cent holds?
Longest running series.
Very good, Nick. The longest running series. That's the easy one. What's next?
Had difference in alloys over the years.
The most changes in alloys. Can you name them, Nick?
Zinc, copper, and steel.
That's pretty good.
Kind of.
That's pretty good.
All right. So we have the regular kind of the copper bronze 1909 issue, the 43 wartime steel, the recycled shell casings in 44 to 46. Then they went back to the original. Then in 82, they changed to zinc that is copper coated. And then In proof only, they do absolutely pure copper Lincoln cents now.
Didn't
So
they say
those are
that
the,
with the W?
I believe so, Robert. What's another record that the Lincoln cent holds?
Good question.
Largest mintage.
Largest mintage over the entire series. That's right.
You
Very
are
good, Nick.
kicking
Look at Nick.
butt today, Nick.
Junior
Right
numismatist in
on.
training and an expert in getting Brad's presentation up.
I'm a
online.
junior in training. I just
Yes.
answered all the questions. Off
No,
the
no,
top
no.
of my
I just
blonde brain.
Nick, you're wonderful. Okay.
Thank you.
It's so entertaining.
This is like Shermie and Peacock.
I know.
It could be, but we're not in the Wayback Machine.
That's what I think.
All right. What's the next slide? So the Jefferson nickel changed in 1938 from the iconic buffalo design. So we decided we needed another ugly old dead guy on our coins.
That's what I think.
And this is the wartime composition, which is 35% silver. They look great when they're in new condition. Get a little wear on them, and they look like a bituminous
dirty.
piece of coal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty, dirty, dirty. Felix Schlag is our designer. Next screen. He won a competition for the design of the new nickel, winning a $1,000 prize. Unfortunately, his wife died just after he won the prize, and he spent it on his wife's funeral. He was also the designer of numerous New Deal commissions, including several U.S. post offices. Next slide. So we also have circulating during World War II, which is what the original talk was, Renaissance to World War II. These are the North Africa emergency issue notes. They were issued in 1s, 5s, and 10s. If you look closely at the top of the front of the note, it says silver certificate, but they've replaced the blue seal underneath the 5 with a gold seal. And that told us that this was a emergency issue North Africa note. Next slide, please. And these are the Hawaiian North Africa or Hawaiian emergency issue notes issued in 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s. So we issued these emergency notes because we wanted to plan ahead. We thought the Japanese were going to invade the Hawaiian Islands. So we took all of the regular currency out of Hawaii and made it illegal to use anything that wasn't counter-stamped Hawaii. If the Japanese invaded and captured the islands, we could nullify the Hawaiian issues and not let them be used against us on the black market. Same as with the North Africa notes. Had we lost a large shipment of cash to pay the troops, we could have demonetized the gold or yellow seal notes, thus preserving the integrity of our currency. Now, if you'll look very closely on these notes, you'll see that one of them is postmarked September 1st, and the other one is postmarked September 2nd, 1945. Nick, can you explain that?
No.
What would be important about having these notes postmarked on those days?
I cannot tell you that.
Okay. So you are a numismatist, you are a computer expert, but you're not a historian.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody out there in La La Land have a quick thought?
If I was to guess, go ahead.
Yes, go ahead.
End
Nick,
of World
yes.
War II.
David, end of World War II. Thank you very much.
That's what I was going to guess.
Well, David's
sorry,
quicker
Nick.
than you are, Nick.
Well, I'm glad
Sorry,
you
Nick.
answered. I'm teasing, but that's what
But hold on just a second.
I'm sure.
Hold on, wait a minute. So now explain September 1st or September 2nd.
What about it?
Explain it. Why?
Because one comes before
no.
two.
One comes before two. That's a blonde thing to say.
That is just a joke. I mean, seriously, don't look at Dave.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so does anybody know what was going on the USS Missouri on September 1st and 2nd?
I do not.
No.
Oh, David.
You're a
September
pirate, David. You
22nd.
should know.
Look at the postmark. Where's the
Harbor.
postmark?
Pearl Harbor.
No. B, look, read.
Is it Tokyo?
Tokyo
Yeah.
Bay.
Can't read it.
The USS Missouri was in Tokyo Bay for the unconditional surrender of Japan
Oh.
in World War II.
Okay.
And then
Okay, so you had somebody
Now-
in the chat putting that down.
Just a minute. Now,
just a minute.
the signing of the declaration was supposed to be signed on September 1st. But some of the dignitaries of the Allied forces could not make it. They were delayed, like Flor-de-Lina is. And they couldn't get there on the 1st. And MacArthur goes, the Japanese are surrendering unconditionally. They can wait another day.
Ooh.
So they postponed the signing. Well, the poor guy that was smart enough to be on the Missouri and take it down to the post office and get it postmarked goes, oh, crap, I got the wrong day now. So he runs back down to the post office the next day and has another one done. So I have 2 notes postmarked the 2nd and 1 postmarked the 1st. And they were there, eyewitnesses to the unconditional surrender of Japan during World War II on the USS Missouri.
Did I just hear you say you had the one that's postmarked the 1st and the 2nd?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the value on something like that?
I don't know. Whatever somebody will pay. They're not for sale at this point.
Well, I mean, is there a lot in circulation? I mean, that people
I
have?
have never seen another one.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
So
as such, Nick, being unique, I believe they're worth $100 million each.
I mean,
Here we
ballpark
go.
though, and be truthful. What could something like this be worth? Because
Whatever a willing buyer is willing
Yes,
to pay
exactly.
Okay.
It's in the eye of the
Really, Nick, I
beholder.
have no idea.
No
if
idea.
somebody came to me tomorrow and said, I'll give you $5,000 for the 2 notes, I don't think I'd sell them.
Okay.
Okay,
I mean-
so they're worth right now more than that to me.
So if I came in the shop and I said, "This is what I have," and I have those 2 bills, what would you give me for them?
I have no idea.
Realistically,
I would say, look, I have no idea what they're worth. You put a value on them. If that value seems reasonable enough to me, I'll write you a check.
20,000.
He's not going to tell
No.
you, Nick. So he said, you had to catch what he said, 5,000 or more.
Well, he answered my question by when I asked him when.
You know what I
when he-
mean?
if I came-
$1 billion.
You know what? He's not going to tell you.
I really think at some point, Nick, I'm going to donate the 2 notes. Now I have 2 of them postmarked the 2nd. I will keep that one, but I think I will donate the 1st and a 2nd to maybe the World War II Museum in
Oh,
New
nice.
Orleans.
Yeah, that would be very nice.
So
David wants to say something to you, Brad.
yes,
I'll give you my address.
that's fine, and you might find a flaming bag of something on your front porch.
Oh,
Thanks, Brad.
please.
Hmm.
So, next slide, and I just want to.
If you were a bartender, you'd have to listen to this all day long. Nick.
So there's
Goes
the
on all day long. These
September
guys
1st
bad and
postmark.
bad and bad.
Next slide, and this is the explanation that I just gave you. And next slide, sources: Guidebook of United States Coins, Red Book, Wikipedia, which has some good information. And my friend Jason Gouldsby, curator of the Fifth Third Money Museum in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio, helped me with some of the photographs. So thank you all. I hope you found it mildly interesting.
It was very interesting, and I'm so glad I saved
Thank
your
you,
presentation.
Brad.
Right,
Thank
Nick,
you, Brad.
Nick, without you, nothing good ever happens.
Yay!
You're welcome.
Thank you,
They're
Brad.
getting
That was-
along.
Thank you, Brad.
Everybody
Thanks,
make
Brad.
a note of it. Make a note. They're getting along.
Only because I saved his presentation for him.
I know, right?
Nick, I am indebted to you. When I come up to New Hampshire, for the coin
Maine.
show,
Man.
I'm buying dinner.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if you put a walk in Liberty that's really, really expensive in the mail to me.
I would have never guessed the
videotape,
September
Nick.
1st one, even though I knew what had happened there, Brad. I didn't know that
Well,
story.
it took a while for the wheels to turn when I bought the notes.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, why the first and why the second?
Well,
And then I looked on
me.
Wikipedia and I said, well, the second was the actual day. So
Right.
why the first? And then I did a little more digging and I said, oh, yes.
Well, I just watched. I do a lot. I love history on World War II, and I literally just watched a video of World War II. And like you said, I think it was MacArthur was just being a pompous ass at that time. Quite honestly,
To a certain extent, because
I mean, he may have had a justifiable reason. Okay,
well, getting kicked out of the Philippines by the Japanese army kind of gave him a little bit of a
resentment.
I got the last laugh here, baby.
Well, like I say, maybe a little resentment he was working out.
Yeah, but also if you there's on the military channel they have a rotating World War II in color thing, and I was watching that over the weekend. One of the episodes was the signing of the unconditional surrender. Well,
Right.
You know what I think you should watch on the weekends, Brad? How to share your screen on your computer.
I'll give him computer lessons.
I tried to get.
You better watch out, Nick.
Anyway, but the real during the signing, right during the ceremony, they had 200 B-52 bombers fly over.
Oh wow!
The signing ceremony, kind of letting the Japanese know, well, this is a pretty good idea. You did this because
look what could have happened.
Yeah. So,
kind of a reminder. This is what
look what I got. Dave gave me a present.
Dave, I'll take presents too. P.O. Box 26.
Me too. Me too. Me three. Yeah.
Oh God. Hi-Ho's going to watch Minecraft the movie Saturday. I would have to gouge my eyes out with chopsticks.
A good movie I watched over the weekend was Reagan, that Reagan movie.
Oh, did you? You saw that?
It was really good.
People were talking about it today.
What sound does a man make if he claps with one hand?
No sound. Oh. How
do you remember those stupid jokes?
I'm a dad. It's a dad thing.
Yeah, it's bad dad jokes.
Bad dad jokes. Is it 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock? Is it 5 o'clock someplace? Director of the United States Mint, why are we looking at this?
Yeah. I have some news.
Oh, David has news. I'm sorry, David. I thought somebody else put that up.
Oh.
He knows how.
Brad,
I may not know how, but I know a lot of crap about coins.
That's what you're good for. That's why we keep you around.
So the Honorable Ventress Gibson has stepped down from the
bummer.
director of the Mint. No comment.
Oh, that's too bad.
Okay. I was drinking, man.
And her replacement is Christy McNally.
Yeah.
She's the acting director. She's been with she's worked there for like 25 years.
Oh, so she's got experience. Wow,
Yes.
that's amazing that you pick somebody with experience.
Yes.
I met her, Nick.
You did?
You
Yeah, I
did?
met her a long time ago before when she used to go to coin shows for the ANA where they had to set up.
Oh, yeah.
And she was showing, yeah, she was a lot younger than, but so was I. But yeah, I met her at the show. She's actually, well, I assume from going to those shows, yeah, very knowledgeable, actually. Go ahead, David. I apologize.
Oh, no problem.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah.
That, Robert
So
knows
when did
everybody.
this happen? Is this because I
Yeah,
haven't heard anything
it
about
happened.
it.
It happened Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Well,
Tuesday.
thank you for sharing because I hadn't heard
Sure.
about this. Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Also, as of next Tuesday, the new Red Book will be available. It's coming out in 4 different types of books. You get the paperback, hardcover, the large print for us old pirates, and the spiral version.
Don't feed it to the goat.
Right. Correct.
I like my
So-
spiral. Yeah, I like my spiral.
I like the spiral
Yeah.
better, but
Yeah.
maybe I should upgrade mine. I'm going to upgrade mine this time.
Yeah.
How old
I
is
think-
yours, Nick?
I think it's
How old
like
is yours?
20 or 21. Maybe
Nick has to upgrade to the blonde edition. They don't have any words over 5 letters.
This blonde got you
Right.
through your presentation, so I wouldn't say that to. Yeah, this blonde actually helped you and got your presentation going.
Yeah,
Touche.
Yeah. yeah. See,
I mean,
you're
it would
sorry.
without me today would have been an epic fail for you, Brad. So
He's
you're welcome for
sorry,
saving the
Brad.
day.
I think
See,
I
you're
will
sorry.
get down on my hands and knees and give you 15 minutes to draw a crowd at the coin show, and I will kiss your
What?
shoe.
I gotta
Well-
see this. I gotta-
No, that's just weird.
No, well, he's not. No, we want him in the dunk tank.
That's
Right.
just weird.
Oh, in
No.
the dunk tank. Oh, that is the best idea.
Just bring
you've
me a new
had.
red book and we'll call it a day. Just bring me one.
You know where we throw the ball at him and they fall in the water?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Oh, I just think that's the greatest idea ever.
Yes. Oh yes.
And we can put the money, donate the money and stuff.
Yeah.
He would be.
I mean, I
loving
would go in a dunk tank for charity. Absolutely.
I would just put a credit card here. Just take my credit card, and I'm going to stand here for 20 minutes.
And you still might not hit the target.
No, I'll just go up and hit it.
Is the spiral bound large print, David? That was a question from Polly.
I don't believe so, Paulie. I think it's normal size. By the way, they're bigger this year. They're 6x9.
Nice.
Really?
So-
Yep, screw up everything on the shelf. It's a good time to quit collecting.
Yeah, I knew Brad would say something about that.
I know.
Um,
They
Of
like stuff, huh?
course, he's going to find something to complain about. That's just Brad, so we'll just ignore him.
I do that a lot, Nick. I know.
I know. I
The
do
information in the red book's good because you know who helps.
I
Only
know, Frank. That's what I was laughing about. He was complaining about being near the women's bathroom, but he was checking them all out. Anyway,
Hello,
So-
Mimi.
Nick,
at the Central Stage show coming up in a few weeks, I will have a table, and it will be directly outside of the men's room.
David, somebody sent me a
plumber.
picture of this
Yeah.
silver eagle. So what is this about? But they didn't explain, but they
Okay.
just sent me a picture.
so
What's
I know you purchased the ASC with Star.
I did.
They are now coming out with a ASC with a Eagle.
That's kind of really neat. I
Eagle
think it's
Privy.
better than the star because I thought the star was just put in a weird place.
Right. Yeah, it's up above.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
So, but
Oh yeah,
I know-
great. Let's make another Privy Mark Silver Eagle.
I knew he was
Let's
going to say
rape
this.
the public.
I knew he was going to.
I know.
Why can't
So-
we mute him? I mean, seriously, David, you have the power. You have all the power. Just mute him and he wouldn't even know it.
So
Don't fight the power. You used your power.
Wow. I'm sort of kind of glad I kept that moderator position blank on the second one there, Nick. No offense.
Oh well, I mean, put me on it. I mean, I every time he starts talking, I'd mute him, and that would be fun. So fun for me.
She
Seriously,
would have fun doing it. Yeah, that's the
you
thing.
have no idea. I'd like to see because I could see him fuming. I could actually see Steve coming out of his ears. I'm sorry, David.
So-
this is very interesting.
So for all the gamers out there, I know we have a lot of gamers out there, right? You can actually win this coin. You have to play a game called 8th Era, and you could do the same thing even with the star privy they had before. So what they're trying to do here, I think, is get gamers interested in coins. So
Good luck. Good luck.
yeah. So
It's a
starting
neat
April.
idea. It's
I got
just
one in my house.
introducing coins to a different, a younger generation. I mean, and that doesn't
Right.
hurt.
Right.
Good luck.
Well,
though, you
I think
guys.
that's a good thing. I really think it's good to get the young kids involved. That's why we sponsor the YN every year at the coin show. I mean, it's just a way to get them involved, get them,
Get
interested.
their attention.
Yeah. I mean, I sort of
Hard.
I like that ideal, but I tend to agree with Brad. It's like at the expense of what? I mean, that's a little.
Well, you do have those collectors that only want ASCs and they want every single year and they want to see something different, So, I mean, some people are going to get excited about this, I think. I'm not excited enough. I'm excited enough to have one and I'll buy the bullion. I won't buy it graded.
You know what? There's one thing about this I really like, guys, is the fact that they used at least something nice. It's an eagle. I mean, as opposed to a flipping star or
the star
75 in the circle, which, I mean, the meaning was great, but
it was kind of an awkward place to put the star where they did, though. And it was not easy to find. I mean, it's like all bunched up with all the words and the
Yeah. It's like,
it was
what
just
is that? Yeah.
This one here, at least I like the fact that they used a little artistic, privy mark where it adds it. I just like the difference that they put.
I do too. So, David, when is it going to be? Has it been released already? Or
No. April 7th, which is Monday.
4 days from now. Yep.
And where do you find this game if people want to play the game to win this coin?
It's
Good question.
it's called 8th Era, and it's available on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store.
So, but I see a button right there where if you go up, and I see the game to my right, and it's up a little bit more. Keep going.
Keep going. Right
there you go, where it says subscribe right there. So subscribe now. Is that the game?
Oh no, this is for Gray Sheet. I'm on the Gray Sheet website.
Oh, okay, I see.
I didn't know that article that was in the Gray Sheet.
I didn't know if that may have been a link to the game. Is what I thought it might be.
That's what David's doing instead of listening to us talking. That's what he's doing. I know you, David.
You got it, B.
I know. Something's got to be interesting here.
Download the Gray Sheet. My bad. Okay.
Oh, it's funny.
I see that up above now.
I feel the same way sometimes, David.
Okay.
So 8th Era. I'm going to try to see if I can do it.
A word of warning, Nick. Mm-hmm. I heard that, like for the star privy coins, you had to advance really fast. They only have so many prizes available that you really got to hit that game hard.
Okay, I'm just not a gamer, and I don't anticipate me winning or going any more levels.
But the coin with the Eagle Privy should be out, I would think, this month for purchase.
The Star Privy graded was not cheap.
Right.
And
Right.
so the one I didn't get it graded. I didn't buy one graded. So the one I purchased was almost like $55, and I was like, I'm not buying another one. So I'm sure this
What
is
did you pay $55 for, Nick?
for the eagle with the star privy.
Oh,
I mean, I'm sorry, the American Silver Eagle is star privy. So, but that's because of course I had to pay shipping on that coin. So that was part of it. I have to, in state of Maine, I have to pay taxes on that coin. I have to pay 5.5%. Matter of fact,
you know what you don't have to pay in Kentucky anymore?
sales tax.
6% sales tax.
Right. And I think now there's only 6, if I'm not mistaken, I believe there's only 6 states left, or
That sounds about right.
6 states that still you have to pay taxes on your bullion. I mean, anything, coins, silver, gold. But it's coming up in the state legislature again this year.
That's good.
And
how many times are they going to tax something? You know, they tax it over and over again.
And of course, they tell, I've been calling my state legislators and the states that I've been calling everybody. But guess what? Unlike my office, they don't answer their phones.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
I know. So.
Oh my goodness.
But no, I'm on a campaign too because I'm really tired. Seriously, I could buy a walking liberty, and it's money I can go spend for 50 cents. It's real money I could go spend, but here I have to buy it and pay sales tax on it.
You have to keep your job, Nick. What are we going to do? We need people like you.
Well, there's plenty of people. I mean, it's just the way my boss likes her offices run. That's what makes us different.
Oh.
So it's what makes us different. Yeah.
Okay. I see. I gotcha.
You're different, okay. All right.
In a different, good way, different.
Well,
good way, different. I can get your presentation on the screen.
Thank you.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna build
every time I make one for the show, I'll send it to you. And
oh no, because that was a big help. Now I have to go. And I have to.
She had to download that thing.
Nick is going to be my AV person from now on.
You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in that file and I'm going to hack your computer. I wouldn't even know where to begin, Brad. You don't have to worry. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Send him some Chinese things and scare the poop out of him.
I don't even know how to do that.
So on Tuesday, the Mint releases the innovation dollars, and this is from Michigan. You'll be able to order the rolls or the $100 bags.
Hey, yeah, but I heard that because those are going to be $1.20 a piece because of the tariffs they put on the parts.
Oh my goodness,
makes sense.
I thought we were trying to fight against bad information on this channel. Just saying.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
I was joking. Yeah.
There's misinformation.
Not many people know the difference, Nick. I hate to say it.
I know, that's too bad because I know he's joking.
Misinformation and misinformation. There's two different kinds.
And don't forget, National Coin Week is coming up April 20th through the 26th. And Paulie, don't forget, you still can enter this
I need to go do that.
challenge coin contest. Paulie, I already helped you with a couple of these, so don't let me down. You can win silver eagles, small gold coins.
Wasn't that a song?
What is it, David?
Don't let me down. What
is it now? Guess the engravers? What?
Yeah. There's these initials along the bottom here.
Right.
They all like they're VDB. You just tell them
Are you serious? Really?
What Victor David Brenner, and then there's AW is Adolf Weinman. That's what I helped Paulie with.
Yeah.
So just fill that out, and you don't need to be a member of the ANA.
But you might want to think about it.
Yeah, it's a very good organization. So
I'm a newbie. I just joined like 2 weeks ago or whatever, a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Great. Welcome to the club.
It's your turn, Nick.
I know.
Come on now.
I'm starting my own club.
I bet you are.
Oh boy. Yeah, the
Uh-oh, yeah.
Patriots.
I'm
Patriots.
The
scared,
football.
BBA,
I'll come up with my own initials. Thank you.
the bottle blondes of America.
Oh, it works, Brad. I mean, it works.
I'm coming to the coin show this summer, Brad. Just to let you know, I'm coming.
I can't wait, B.
Yeah, I
We're going to
know.
have a blast.
I bet you can't wait. Yeah.
Brad, and you will not have a membership to my club, but everybody else can join.
Everybody has to join the club.
You have to learn how to do your own presentation crap before you can join.
When's the last time you gave a presentation, Nick?
I mean, I can't give a presentation because I'm too busy getting your presentations on the screen for you.
Yeah, that took 38 seconds.
Wow.
Wow, man. I'm so entertained, Robert. It entertains me. I don't know.
Yes, it is the Patriots, David, but at this moment, it's the.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's
And then I'll get right into my Red Sox, and then we'll start going all over again. And then we'll go back into football. I mean, seriously, I like them all. Right now, my Bruins stink, so I mean, I'm just kind of. But right now, the Boston Celtics are on their way to another championship, and I'll be at the parade again.
Is that a bet, Nick?
You know, I don't shy away from a bet. I really don't.
Just asking.
Let's go. What do you want to bet?
I would so do it.
Call it.
I want my silver back.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, kids.
This one?
Yeah,
Oh.
that one.
It's always handy.
Did you have to mail that to him, Nick?
I sure did. I mailed it.
All right.
My God.
Here it is, guys. Nick is taking the Celtics, and I get the field. And
Wow.
we're putting the 5-ounce bar back on the
field?
table.
You're taking the. Are you, Nick?
I'm
you ain't
either
gonna
gonna get-
are you?
I'm either going to get another 5-ounce bar,
You
or
must
I'll
get
give this
50
one
of them
back.
at that
Yeah.
kind of bet. I mean, shit. Why don't we just make it? Nick just send
Yeah,
me 5
Nick,
ounces of silver. Damn.
Nick, make
know, right?
make him pick a team, Nick.
That's a bad bet.
Yeah, there
Nick.
you go.
Oh,
No,
no.
we don't.
She
We don't.
gets
we don't
the
know.
favorite.
They
She
have-
gets the favorite, and I get the field.
No, listen.
No.
Let's get through the playoffs. We got to get to the playoffs first before we can make bets.
No,
That's just it. Okay,
no,
we do. The regular season isn't even over.
doesn't matter. You
It
have
does
the
matter
favorite.
because what if the Celtics
You
aren't in
have the
playoffs, David?
odds-on favorites to win,
Robert, right?
and I want everybody else.
What if the Celtics
Wow.
don't make the playoffs? We have to get there first.
If the Celtics don't make the playoffs, then you send me another 5 ounces.
No, that's not how it
Wow.
works. No,
I'm
you don't
with
make the
you,
rules.
Sierra Hippie. That's what I say. Like bull snapple. That's just man. That's
You can't
all
do it
much.
right now,
I mean,
Brad.
that's right there at cheating. You ask me.
Yeah, it's so cheating. I mean, I know better than that.
Yeah. Don't let him do
Brad
it.
got
to
3 BSs off of that
you. If
one.
you take a bet from him, be sure and take points.
I will bet 1 ounce of silver that Duke will win.
Ooh,
Really?
ooh.
Well, you know that
Hey,
Maynard, that
what
kid
happened
that
to
plays-
that?
there's a Maynard on Duke right now that is the #1 draft pick. His name is Cooper Flagg, and he is amazing. He's from a town right up the road. My daughter knows him because they were in high school at the same time.
Cool.
And he plays for Duke. He plays for Duke.
He plays for Duke. So yeah, he's the #1 draft pick. I mean, not many basketball players come out of Maine. I mean, we have a lot of hockey players, but not basketball. So Brad,
Oh my gosh, he is just terrible. You won from David, you won from Robert, and you won from Nick. You ain't gonna win nothing.
yeah, but
from
those
me.
are $5 and $10 right there. I gave him 5 ounces of silver.
I can't help it that you've got a big mouth. What do you want to bet, Nick? I was thinking
He won't bet with
dinner.
me.
I was
No.
thinking,
He won't bet with
you
me.
know,
I wanna make
something
money off of
nominal.
you.
And she goes, well, 5 ounces of silver because
No, I
Notre
said
Dame's
1
going
ounce,
to
and you're
kick
like,
their
"Oh."
ass.
No, I said 1 ounce. And then he's like, well, I'm not going to do it for just 1 ounce. No, that's just not good enough.
He doesn't bet on anything he doesn't pretty much know is going to win. So he won't bet with me. So I already
Okay,
know.
everybody, it's about that time. I'll be the first one to say goodbye today. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I appreciate all the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have a bunch of wonderful people here. If you have any suggestions for a podcast, let us know. We'll be happy to look at it. David will take it. He's got a nice spreadsheet he put together. So thank you all very much. Tomorrow night, I'll get on for a little. Excuse me, I'll get on for a little bit. I don't know what I want to do, if I'm doing anything yet, because Fortalina with the flight situation, everybody, I hope you understand. I may just get on and chat because I'm a little concerned about her with all the changes and everything. So I hope you understand. Maha, if you're out there, love you, honey. I hope you have a safe trip, and I'll talk to you later. Everyone else, you take care. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Good night, all.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. I always appreciate it, and I always have fun. And I just want to say that I hope Florida is okay because it's a long trip, and I worry about her too, Robert. And I'd like to say, good job, Nick. I'm impressed. And goodbye, Brad. I still love you. And I love you too, David, my wise pirate. Bye, everybody.
Oh, thanks for coming, everybody. Good night. And I want to publicly take a moment to thank you, the greatest AV person we have on the staff, Nick. Thank you, because without you, we would have had a lot of dead air time today. Love you, kid. Everybody else, have fun. See you next week.
Ta-da! I had a lot of fun today. I hope everyone did as well. And thank you, panel, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, everyone, for being here today. It was a lot of fun. And I learned some things, too. Thank you, Robert, for the podcast. Thank you, Blue, for your presentation. Brad, thanks for your Renaissance presentation. And Nick, gosh, thank you for helping Brad today. Everybody, have a good weekend.